everyone, Marjorie Roman here, and we have our amazing business coach, Dan Olsen. Thank you so much for coming today.
Wow, it's always great to be here with you and excited to address some very, very important topics today. You want to stay tuned on this one because this is pretty high level stuff.
That's right. And I feel like our audience has been asking about what the support is from the franchise brand. So one of the many aspects that they work on is the marketing. So tell us a little bit about the marketing. I know that the main brand would be providing the support, but how much of our revenue would go towards that marketing support from the brand?
Yeah, that's such an important question. And really, when you start a business, it's your own startup, a franchise business, whatever it is, you got to have marketing. You got to have people raising their hands, say, "Hey, I'm interested in this," right? You got to have people coming into your location, or if you're operating out of a home, you got to be able to have people that are raising their hands. You don't want to be out knocking on doors, do you? I mean, you go out and knock on doors all day long, and it's maybe not the best marketing strategy, but marketing is critical. So please pay attention to this one, because as we get through this podcast today, whatever business you're looking at, you'll be able to apply some of these things that are going to work for you. Now, so first of all, when I look at marketing and what you're going to need in there, it's just going to depend on your location. So if you're looking at a brick and mortar type location in a high traffic area, you probably don't need to spend as much marketing money over here. Maybe you're at 3% of your total revenue. But if you are in a lower traffic area, like one of my franchises in the lower traffic area, it's not in a mall, it's not in a retail center, it's more of an office space. So I don't have as many people coming by there. So therefore I have to increase mine up to maybe 8, maybe even 10%. But it all offsets one way or the other. So if you have a high traffic area, guess what? You're probably going to be spending 8 to 10% of your total sales on that great location, but then you only need 3% down here on your marketing side because all the traffic's coming here because you've invested in the location. But it's just the opposite. If you have a low traffic location, you might be spending 8%, maybe even 10% of your total sales on your marketing, and then maybe 3 or 4% down here on your location. So one way or the other, you've got to drive the traffic to come into your location. Now, if you're in a home-based or small office type business, then you're probably looking at doing more business-to-business marketing, and then you're focused on using things like direct mail. You know what? It used to be, I saw this funny thing the other day, Marjorie. You're pretty young. You probably don't remember this. But
I never know.
I don't know. But James, he probably remembers. No, he's young too. I'm grateful to be around you young people. Wow, you're lifting me up all the time. I love that. So I am so grateful to be here with you guys. You guys help coach me in my age on what to say to the younger group. But here's the thing. When I was growing up, we loved to go to the mailbox, and we loved to open that up because we had all these letters and we had all these direct mail pieces, and this advertisement was over here, this advertisement was over here. In fact, that was my very first franchise I started out with 30 years ago. This month was called Money Mailer Direct Mail Advertising. And we built that thing up. We were working with Zig Ziglar, and I was working with my mentors, and it was really cool to build that franchise. But direct mail was just pounding it, right? Then the internet comes along. And email comes along. And what does everybody do? They start shifting over to digital marketing. And they're looking at their emails, and they're looking at the ads coming now that were coming up on the internet. And then it goes into social media. Now everybody's looking at social media, how to use digital marketing. And that's great. So, and back in the day when we were getting all these letters and flooded all this junk mail, everybody was just taking it and throwing it away, right? Because you weren't really looking at it. But then remember that little ding that came, you got mail. Oh, well, I got an email. Cool, I'm going to go look at this email. Because we didn't get many emails. We didn't get as much. So now the digital marketing really took off. But now what happens is when we go and we get all this flood of emails coming in. I don't know how many you get every day. But
too many to count.
It's like, I think I got about 250 that comes in every day just on one email address. So now we get this flood of emails and we can't get to them, but we go to the mailbox. Oh, hey, we got a letter. Guess what? We're probably going to look at it now. So it's just the opposite today, where we throw the junk mail away, and now we're throwing that junk out with the email out. But now we're looking at the direct mail. So anyway, I got off on a little bit off the tangent on there, but I thought that was a cool observation, is to think about using direct mail again, because it's huge. But marketing is everything to your business. So you just need to know where your location is going to be, and then you adjust your marketing percentages according to that.
That's right. And you also adjust your budget and how much you're comfortable on spending. How do we go about doing some local efforts? Because I know that the brand is already giving us some marketing support, but if we wanted to go the extra mile and reach out to our community, what are some ways that we can do that?
Yeah, that's so important. Whether you're brick and mortar or you're out of office space or whatever, there's one marketing strategy that will work every single time, and you got to do this in your business. Don't start a business unless you know that you can do this one thing. So you're going to get all that support on the digital marketing side and the direct mail side or whatever you're looking at, and from the brand that you're associated with. And if you're starting your own business, then hopefully you've got some support to do that as well on your marketing. But this is the program that works every single time. I've built all my businesses on this for 30 years, and you can't fail if you do this business. Okay. And it's what I call the Go Get 'em program. Okay. So just the other day, I have a regenerative health clinic as one of my franchises that I work with. So I don't spend a lot of time in there. I maybe spend 2 hours a week, but it's a great investment for me because I can see people come in the door getting healthy and doing great things. So I have a wonderful, wonderful manager that takes care of that for me. So I decided, okay, we're going to go out and get ready and go get some business. So here's how we do it. So I took her, and she drove over to this place across the street, and we went over, so we're a health clinic, right? Mm-hmm. So what would help enhance, or what type of business would we go to? Would we go to a grocery store? Probably not. Would we go to a fast food place and try to solicit that? No, what we did is we went across the street. There's a gym over there doing a certain type of training. And we also had another type of business across the street, which was providing low calorie, high nutritional meals. So we went across the street and introduced ourselves and said, hey, we've got this business across the street. We're helping people get healthy. You're helping people get healthy with your food. Let's bring it together. Let's promote each other. Oh, that'd be a great idea. So he's sending us customers. We're sending them customers, and we help promote it. But you go out and you get it. And what you do is you just walk in the business and you just introduce yourself. Hey, I just started my new business. Here's some free vouchers for some services because I want to get to know you. You get to know me. And they'll often give you, we got free food from walking in there. Right? Oh, nice. So that it's the funnest thing to do is you just go introduce yourself, and you can't help but succeed because you're opening your mouth and you're using word of mouth marketing.
That's right. So to our audience out there, if you're looking for more marketing opportunities for your business, look for first who you're targeting. I would say that that's a really cool thing because you literally went to that other place right across the street because you knew what your market was, and associate with other people within the same area, within the same field, and share efforts together. Look for where your market audience is and go get it.
Go get them. And you look for businesses where you can help them. And chances are they're going to help you.
That's right.
To succeed as well.
That's right. And also, I noticed that you are an influencer. So that's also another way that you can also go into the digital marketing kind of realm. I've seen quite a bit of people, they just wear their shirts of like whatever their business name is and take pictures, and they're like, hey, I'm in my new location, or we're serving so-and-so. How has been your experience within social media as an influencer now?
Well, I've got on the Facebooks and some of the things. I've done a little bit. I haven't really done a whole lot. I'm grateful for a team that does a lot for me as well. But when I do things, people read this morning. I had a post I just happened to put up on Facebook, and I just got a message from a family member that said, or from a lady that said, oh, my son, he's had a problem with addictions with this and that, and he's not focused. He's just sitting in the basement. He's depressed. He's what? Your post gave me hope. So just give people hope. Just be positive. Offer something, and you know what? You'll find something that fits in. And then all of a sudden, it just starts to multiply. In fact, I have a friend. She's just started her branding. Exactly what you're talking about. Come up with a brand name. Her name's, I'm going to give it away, and she'd probably look at her up. It's called the Freedom Lifestyle. And she just lives a nice lifestyle of freedom and travels and does a lot of things. And guess what? People, because she's traveling over here, she's traveling over there, and people say, "Whoa, you're always traveling. How do we travel?" Well, guess what? I have a travel business. Let me help you show you how this works.
That's awesome.
And so it just helps build your business by becoming even a mini influencer. You don't have to have 100,000 followers or 80,000 views on your videos. You can have 5 views and you can still help people. But think of it in a way how you can help that person by offering your service, not selling anything. You're educating and you're offering.
That's right. And if anything, I was actually talking to another business owner within our area here in Utah, and he mentioned, you know what, I hate taking pictures. I'm never going to get into the influencer thing, but I do have quite a bit of friends that love taking pictures. And they love the juices that I sell them every single week. And they come every single week to get their acai bowls or their favorite juice at my store. So what I did is that I decided to ask them to become influencers for me. So that's another way that you can also get into the digital marketing.
Exactly.
Without being yourself the face on all of those posts, because maybe you're not comfortable being on camera.
Yes.
But there are so many influencers within your area that you can reach out for help, and they could be posting all of that magnificent content for you.
Right.
What about using swag, right?
Swag.
I mean, like swag such as shirts and things like that. Have you done it already for
yeah, we do that. In
businesses?
fact, Marjorie, get this. I like that so much of swag and getting people to, in your stores coming in, proudly wearing your t-shirt or whatever, wherever they go, people will do that. So I like that. I like that so much that guess what? I bought that business. I'm now a franchisee for a business that provides swag. So it's a good business to be into. It's a fun business to be into. And so it's an important part of the whole mix. And so marketing, keep in mind, is not just doing one thing right. It's doing a lot of little things on a small scale, but doing those little tiny things right. And they all add up bigger than you can just do the one thing. And then what happens, heaven forbid, Facebook goes away or Facebook changes their algorithm or whatever, and then your business is done. You don't want to just rely on that. You want to rely on several different things. So in your business, take a look at a lot of different marketing channels that you have, the strategies, the medias and things, and how your message is being delivered. Because it really comes down to 3 things in the marketing. Is what you think about. What's your offer? What's special about your offer? And then what are you communicating in that offer? And then how are you communicating that? And that's what we're talking a lot about today. So we've got a whole lot of things to talk about, is building an offer, of course, but how are you communicating that offer? So we're talking about being an influencer. We're talking about going out and getting them. But it's not just one thing. Do yourself a favor in your business and list all the things that you're doing, even if you're not in business yet, and you're looking at starting a business, list all the things on how you're going to communicate your message to your market. And then it also becomes the other piece of that is the target market, who you're hitting. Your target, your offer, and your message. How are you communicating those messages? Those are the 3 things you always focus on in marketing. But start listing the things that how to get your message. It's not just Facebook. It's not just Instagram. It could be direct mail. It could be the Go Get 'Em program. It could be becoming an influencer, helping other people to share your message with you, with their viewers as well. So all those things add up to a huge thing. It's like a friend of mine actually said, if you're going to throw a BB through that window, if you take a little BB and you try throwing it against that window, one little BB is not going to hurt. But when you take those BBs and you solder them all together, you have now a ball, a heavy duty ball, and you throw it against that window, it's going to break. You're going to break through when you have all those different tools in your arsenal to be able to market. So it's got to be several different things that you're working on. You don't have to have 200 of them right now, but think in the terms of maybe getting 5 key marketing programs to get through.
All right, thank you so much again, Dan. And yeah, it's always good to know how many opportunities we have to increase the revenue on our business based on the market and how we get to attract our customers into our business. Then again, to all our audience, look at the different marketing opportunities that you have in your community and start investing in them, because they are truly the key to your success for attracting the clients that you need in your business. We're going to see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.